Hello to everyone. Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm coming on to bring a message for you all in regards to what is the agenda of the powers that were and those who have been trying to shut down many of the chosen seed, specifically those such as Kyrie Irving, who recently put a message out there where he spoke openly about his position in terms of who he knows he is, okay? As a chosen seed, as a star seed, he actually used those terms. I didn't know anything about him prior to this particular situation that's happening right now between him, Kanye, and Kyrie, but I was very happy to see that he put that message out there. I do want to say that, well, first of all, if you enjoyed this message or if you find that this resonates with you or you receive anything from this message, please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment in the description box below so that the messages can circulate for the chosen all across the globe, because we need to stand in numbers. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling the cards. I'm going to be looking into my this book called The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I'm going to be looking into this book to see what is the agenda. Why are the powers that were shutting down the truth so strongly? I want to tell you all that before I get into it, please know that everything that happens in the physical has a spiritual reflection. Just like you as a person, you have a shadow. So there's always a spiritual aspect to everything, okay? On a microscopic level to a macrocosmic level, from a spiritual level to a physical level, as within, so without, as above, so below. Many of you are aware of that, right? What's happening right now is the chosen are standing up. The chosen seed are beginning to speak the truth. The truth is coming through the vessels of the chosen seed, okay? We can no longer hold it back. We can no longer be held back. We are here to be vessels to bring forth the truth. And so we are in the age of Aquarius. And so after this message, I'm going to go on to a more personal level in terms of how the karmics, because we have a karmic governmental structure, a karmic system that's, the powers that were, they are definitely karmic. Okay. We're going to be focusing in on that particular system and that karmic energy. But after this, I'm going to do another message. So you all come back, after I post this one, in terms of the karmics in your personal circle. Because man, when I tell you this energy, these dark forces are kicking and bucking, because they cannot stand the fact that we are withdrawing our energy and we are not looking to plug back into that beast. Okay, we have permanently withdrawn our energy. And so what's happening is Ye and Kyrie are a perfect example of what's happening all across the globe, okay? We are stepping into our power unapologetically. Now, some might say, well, Kyrie did come back and apologize, which he did. However, the message that he brought forward today, I feel redeemed him, because he spoke his truth in terms of who he is, okay? He knows who he has been chosen to become in this lifetime. He knows who he is, and he openly spoke that. And so I can respect that. I can respect that, okay? So let's get right into it, y'all. What is the agenda for silencing this particular message that has been circulating in terms of the melanated man, woman, and child being the chosen seed, or anything that's in opposition to, or what you might want to call anti-Semitic? What is the agenda of being so strongly and so adamantly against the messages that are coming through Ye and Kyrie? And why are they trying so hard to make an example of them? So let's just see what's going on here, y'all. I'm already at the bottom of the deck before I even get started. The card that's at the bottom is Judgment. Now, y'all see, this particular deck is very unique, okay, from the regular deck. Now, you see all of these naked people down here. This is about judgment, okay? All of these melanated men and women are coming up from graves here, and every last one of them are naked, which indicates full transparency. Okay, it indicates being awakened from sleep, arising out of the graves, coming from a space where you was once dead and buried. Okay, and no longer being in that space of hiding anymore, no longer being cloaked or covered up by a false version or false narrative of who you are, but being very transparent about your truth, because Judgment Day is here. The powers that were are very well aware of the fact that Judgment Day is here. The karmics in your personal life are very well aware of the fact that Judgment Day is here. See, we've withdrawn our energy from the beast and we are now rising up and stepping out of the grave, okay? Coming out of this energy of sleep state. And so the judgment card coming out here at the bottom of the deck strongly is a strong indicator to me that these powers that were know that Judgment Day is coming. And the ones who's going to fully execute that judgment is the melanated man, woman, and child that's stepping up and rising into our divinity again. Transparently, unapologetically, okay? Look at this, y'all. What is this? So you see this beast right here. Y'all see this? This is that warrior spirit that we have within us, okay? This beast right here is starving of our energy. It needs its supply again, just like you've heard of that narcissist supply. You see those cups have spilled down there at the bottom. I believe this might be the 5 of Cups. The cups have spilled. There's a grieving that has taken place with the powers that were. They're grieving because they're now bleeding out. They're now starving out. They're now dying of thirst, and their thirst can no longer be quenched with our energy, with us being in a sleep state, siphoning and harnessing and harvesting our energy, doing all of the spell work and dark magic and all of these things. You see this person down here has this knife and they are killing this beast, okay? So at one point, it was that energy of we might have felt like the beast was too big for us to actually overcome. You know, for a long time, the melanated man, woman, and child, specifically the adults though, said, there's nothing we can do about it. This is just the system. These people have all the power. They have all the money. They have all of the, the tools and the weapons and all of these things, the military and all of this. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to just go with the flow. We have to just roll with it, right? That was the energy that we was in our sleep state. But now we in warrior mode. Now we understand that you see all of these people, they're looking up at this beast here. This beast up here that's coming from the clouds is actually, it's an energy of our spiritual team. The Most High God is sending a slew of angels and our ancestors are stepping in, y'all. So this is like that energy of, they look like they're actually giving praise. They're excited for the fact that we have this strong spiritual backing here to protect us. And so now we're in warrior mode. Now we don't fear anything. This is like that energy of David and Goliath, and it's like, there's nothing too big. And look at this right behind this. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is crazy. Right behind this is, I didn't even see this, is this army right here. And that's all Europeans waving this American flag right here in the background, okay? They think that they was good. See, this beast right here represents the U.S. corporation and its structure. That's what that beast represents, but this is us. We're killing it. We with one jab, a knife. These people are walking through, they got guns, ammunition, they got all types of stuff here. This is one person killing off this entire structure. Okay, and so what's happening is the powers that were are trying to silence. They're trying to make an example of Ye and Kyrie because they want to see, are we going to back down? They want to see that if they pull away, if they withdraw material things, using someone as big as of a name as Kyrie or Kanye, if they take away everything from them, how much more fearful will the chosen seed across the globe be, who barely have, it's like you don't even have what they have. You barely have anything, so you better keep silent. Because imagine what it's going to feel like when we pluck away the small things that you already have been able to accumulate versus what Kanye and Kyrie have. So they're trying to use them as an example. But the beautiful thing is we ain't backing down at this point. We're not backing down from this beast because we understand that the supply that it needed was spiritual. The supply that it needed was us focusing and directing our attention on that false illusionary structure that they built. Us believing in it is what gave it power. Us praying to the false god that they handed us is what gave it power. This is what the beast ate. But you see, them cups are empty and it's spilled now. So this beast is crying, is dying, okay? Because we are in our power right now. Let's see what else is coming out, y'all. I'm excited. I am excited. And if you are excited, press that like button and let me know in the comments below. Let me know that you're excited about this too. Look at this, y'all. This is the Six of Wands. We need to get excited because this is all about victory and success, okay? And so I feel like what's happening here is, you see this person in the background there. This is us running that race, getting to the finish line. We so close, y'all. We are so close to getting back our position of power. You might as well say we already have it, okay? And it's just a matter of everything manifesting in the physical now. When we take the land back, we take back control of this earth. We bring justice and true, the highest form of righteous justice on and into the land again. We balance the scales again. We receive our inheritance again. We build the kingdom the way that it was supposed to be structured. We lay a solid and a new foundation based on truth, okay? Based on honor, based on integrity and love. So this is what's happening. This is that energy of us praising, okay? Stepping into our strength, because you see that lioness right there. It's like they kept on poking at the sleeping lion, and the sleeping lion has now awakened, okay? We taking back our royalty. We standing in our truth again. And so it's this energy of, they wanted to do a pulse check. Ye and Kyrie came forward and they spoke their truth, right? They wanted to see how many of the chosen, the melanated man, woman, and child, would actually support them. How many would back them? And the fact of the matter is, I think they're even more afraid right now because they were surprised to see how many of us actually stood up and said, no, we support them, we back them, and you're not going to make us stand back or sit back or crouch down in fear. No, we stand strong because all we need is one little knife in our spiritual team. We got this beast. We pulled back our supply, and so now the beast is too weak to fight back any damn way, because what kept it moving, what kept this structure in position was us. We gave it permission in our sleep state. So now that we awaken and we see the truth of what's been happening, we looking at it for what it is. We seeing past the matrix. Our spiritual eyes are open. We saying, hell no. We standing in our power unapologetically, okay? And we are cheering on our brothers. We're cheering on our sisters, the gods and goddesses, kings and queens. We stepping back into our royalty. We are running. We are going to win this race. We are getting so close to the finish line, y'all. And this is what they fear. So look at what they're trying to do. They want to come in. They're going to come in and try to do some more spell work to try to put you right on back to sleep. You see this image back here. Okay, they want to put you right on back to sleep. And let me see. They want to work through the children. That's what they're going to try to do, because they know that our generation, just like Kyrie said in his in one of his messages that he just put out on his, I believe it was his Instagram, someone shared with me. He said, we are the millennials, and it is the new generation. I believe it's Generation X, the generation that's coming after us. The children that's coming after those who was born in the 80s and 90s, who are being preceded from us, that sprang from us, are actually, we need to be teaching them. We need to be teaching them the truth. He was very clear about that, because he understands the brainwashing, okay, and the watering down of history and the whitewashing. He understands that, but he said it in so many words, and all you had to do was have an ear to hear. He who have ears, let him hear. This is the time where it's like, even if we have to speak in codes to some degree, those of you who are awakened, the message will not go over your head. But for those people who are still very much so plugged into the matrix and still plugged into that beast, it's going to go over their head very easily. But he spoke a lot in that short video without saying too much, okay? Because clearly he does recognize that in his position, he's feeling like right now he still has to tread lightly. But the moment that he completely removes himself and cancels those contracts, he's going to be free as a bird. And trust and believe, Kyrie is not going to be nothing to be played with, because that man possesses much wisdom. I don't know how old he is, but he possesses much wisdom. And so this woman up here is teaching these children, okay? What they want to do is get to the woman, is what I feel. They want to get to the woman. They want to do cast some sort of spell work over the woman to have her teach, continue to push their agenda to the children that's coming from the melanated woman specifically, okay? That's the agenda. But you see, look at this child, though. This child is right here, and it's like, I'm not afraid of you. I'm sticking my tongue out at you because you're a joke to me. Even though they're going to try to use some sort of tactic or manipulation to get the melanated woman to teach her children this falsehood that they've been pushing, to push this narrative to keep them in a position of power, the children are so awakened. Okay, these children, this ain't their first time here. The children are so awakened that they are not even afraid of this energy. The children are going to fight back. This is the Seven of Wands. This is that energy of standing your ground, standing on top, okay, and not backing down. So the melanated woman is going to teach the children to not back down to these dark entities, to teach the children, do not fear them. Stand your ground. You are protected, divinely protected. So it doesn't matter if they try to come into your energy. Know who you are. She's teaching them this up here, okay? And the children are taking it all in. And so the moment that they are no longer around their mother, as they continue to grow, they know that they don't fear these dark entities. They don't fear these the so-called powers that have these ugly agendas. They don't fear them, okay? So like I said, this child is sticking out their tongue like, what? Ain't nobody scared of you while you standing up there trying to look like you so intimidating and so scary. And you know, what does this remind y'all of? If it was all white, who does that look like? Who does that look like? The KKK. That's who it looked like, okay? Cloaked, okay, trying to hide themselves. That's exactly who it looked like to me. But it's that energy of, we don't fear your white supremacy. We don't fear your racism anymore. We don't fear, you saying that you have some sort of white privilege. It's a lie. The child here is showing you that in this picture, okay? So this is what is happening here. Let's see what else is coming out. Okay, so look at this, y'all. The Sun card. The children will continue to shine and thrive because we are laying the foundation right now for our children. Even nature is awakening, okay? I had the most beautiful day today, okay? And I'm in Illinois where it's cold generally. Today it was so beautiful. It felt so good. And the sun was shining down so bright, just like the sun is shining in this picture. I felt like it was smiling at me today, y'all. But this is our energy. It's like everything, the sun is smiling down on us because we are the organic beings of the world, okay? So the sun favors us. It loves us, okay? The Most High God has blessed us with that beautiful solar ray of the sun, okay? And so it's that energy of we're thriving. We are thriving. We're no longer in this energy of survival mode, and our children are not going to be in that energy either. So the powers that would like to get to the women so that we will go back to sleep and go back to teaching our children to feel inferior to them. And so it's that energy of, but the women, we ain't backing down either, because our men that's standing up and speaking out loudly and speaking their truth unapologetically, we are cheering them on and we are backing them and supporting them, okay? And we are recognizing the power that they possess. Those men who have done the work to heal, those men who respect life, they respect themselves, they respect and love the Most High. It shows in the way that they present themselves, not just what they do for the outwardly for the public, but what they do behind closed doors when they believe that nobody is watching, because the Most High is always watching. Mother and father, they never sleep, and nor does the spiritual team that exists out here, okay? And so our spiritual team is working on our behalf, y'all. It's beautiful things that's happening. So let me see, what does the powers that were, what do they fear right now? What is their biggest fear? What are they afraid of? Because the beast is dying. We are slaughtering that thing single-handedly. It's not even taking that many of us. And that's the thing. Let me say this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. What do they fear? They fear that the truth will be revealed about the snake that they truly were. They fear that now we are now coming up out of the mouth of that snake. That snake can no longer devour us. We are now stepping into our power. We are now gaining our wings. See, you see how he's handling this snake here? He got this thing by the throat like, no, I'm now conquering you. You are no longer conquering me. See, the head is now becoming the tail. The head is now becoming the tail. We stepping into our power. These beasts can no longer overcome us. We are taking action and we are moving forward courageously, boldly, confidently, passionately. This is what they fear. That was the question. What do they fear? They fear you rising into your divinity. They fear you taking that beast by the neck and no longer being fearful of it. They fear that they can no longer devour you and swallow you whole. They fear, okay, that you now see them for the snakes that they really are, and that you are stepping into your power and recognizing, no, I have the power. I have been given the dominion even over the largest beast of beasts. I've been given that dominion here in this plane. And so you will now stand down. That's what they fear. They fear that power and that strength. And what I was going to say is we slaughtering them single-handedly. This beast is being slaughtered single-handedly by one man. Meanwhile, they're back here, the U.S. corporation and these so-called powers that were, they back here with this whole army, with all these weapons and ammunition and all this other crazy foolishness. Meanwhile, one person single-handedly with a little knife is slaughtering the beast. Why? Because our spiritual teams is what's giving us that drive and that push and that power and that authority to step up and to get and to bring down the falsehood of this structure. I'm excited, y'all. Y'all better get excited because it's our time. We ain't confused no more. We took the blinders off a long time ago. And so now it's that energy of what can we do to stop them? What can we do to quiet them? So we're going to have to make an example. Look at this. They tired, y'all. They know that the news is getting out there. This is the Eight of Wands. They know that the truth is going to be brought forward whether they like it or not. We're going to keep on pushing up that mountain. This person in the background is persevering. They're pushing up that mountain. No one can stop them. They're looking up. They're confident in the fact that they know they're going to get to the top. And it's like that energy of I'm taking off. I'm taking off. No one is going to stop me. I'm rising higher and higher to the top here. Yes, we're going to keep on evolving and thriving. We're not looking back. We're not descending back down. We're going to continue to rise higher. So that's what they fear. I'm going to take one more card from this deck and I'm going to pull from this book or look into the energy of this book here. Look at this, the Two of Cups. We're celebrating masculine and feminine energy coming together. The women, we know our power, we know our strength. We stepping back into our spiritual gifts. Okay, we out here as the spiritual warriors. We alchemizing and transmuting energy. We lighting our candles. We burning and releasing contracts. We're breaking generational curses. We're healing the divine masculine and feminine. We doing all of the work that the feminine energy should be doing in the spiritual realm. And then the masculines, they stepping into their power. They're stepping into their authority, their strength. Okay, they're coming into remembrance of who they are. They're stepping into that warrior mode again. And see, oh, look at this. Oh my goodness, y'all. In the background, see, these cards are new to me. I never really looked at them. In the background, you see this woman? You see how she's dressed? She recognizes that she is an Aborigine. She recognizes that she is original to this land here, recognizing who we are. This is a melanated woman. And most people would say, well, she's Indian. She looks Indian. Yes, that's because we're recognizing who we are. We're recognizing that we are the original and that we carry many names. And so this is that energy of celebrating soulmates coming together. We're coming back into union, not just with each other on a romantic level in terms of masculine and feminine, but we're coming back into union with who we are naturally, coming back into union with remembering who we was placed here to be, remembering our ancestors, remembering our culture, remembering our history, remembering our spiritual practices. Like, wow, coming back into union with our origin is what we're doing here, and it's worth celebrating. It's worth celebrating, y'all. Look at this. This is beautiful back here. That speaks so many volumes for the subject matter that's coming out right now. The chosen seed, okay? Aboriginals, we are chosen here. We're supposed to be on this landmass right here, okay? So let me see. Very powerful new beginning that's happening for us. So let me just pull from this text real quick, y'all, just to see. Y'all know I like to just channel the energy, and whatever page I'm guided to turn to is what I turn to. And we're going to read and see what is going on. What is the agenda of the powers that were? Look at this, y'all. So the page that I ended up turning to is page 20, chapter 26. It says, keep your hands clean. So let's read this part first. You must seem a paragon of civility and efficiency. Your hands are never soiled by mistakes and nasty deeds. Maintain such a spotless appearance by using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement. So they're using others, putting others at the face of the media as their puppets so that their hands remain clean. And when I say they, I'm talking about those who keep on hollering, well, that's anti-Semitic and it's offending us. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The wishes, the J wishes out there, okay? The J wishes. That's what we're gonna call them. The ones that's always crying anti-Semitic. Oh, that's inappropriate. You must apologize. But see, they sit behind the scenes in the darkness because they don't want the world to know who they truly are. And so they put forth other faces to be the puppet while they're the puppet master behind the scenes pulling the strings. And so it's speaking on maintain such a spotless appearance by using others as scapegoats and cat's paws to disguise your involvement. So they want to disguise themselves here, just like this card that came out earlier. They want to disguise who they truly are, but even the children are able to see them clearly for who they are. And that's why they want to put the women back to sleep so that we would in turn put our children back to sleep. But that's not happening. It's not happening anymore because we know who we are. We can't go back to sleep, okay? So let me see. Our good name and reputation depend more on what we conceal than on what we reveal. Everyone makes mistakes, but those who are truly clever manage to hide them and to make sure someone else is blamed. A convenient scapegoat should always be kept around for such moments. So they are definitely using scapegoats, making Ye and Kyrie an example by saying, well, no, they're the problem. They're anti-Semitic. They're out here pushing hate. They're out here pushing lies against us. And so we're going to use them as the scapegoat. We're going to use them as the cat's paw. But see, everybody sees the truth. And so even if they was doing it just to see like, okay, how might the world respond to this? How will the melanated man, woman, and child respond? Will they support them? Will they back them? Will they speak out their truth, or will they remain silent? They found out real fast that Judgment Day is truly here, and that we're not going back to sleep. And no, we're not afraid of speaking our truth anymore. They found out real fast. And so this is what's happening here. They're really trying to conceal. That's what it says. Conceal your mistakes. But see, this wasn't no mistake. They didn't make no mistake. They blatantly committed criminal activity against the melanated man, woman, and child. They know what they have done, but they're trying to conceal it. So they want to divert the attention. And it's so sad when you watch these interviews, when they're asking Ye questions or Kyrie questions, they always find a way to try to dance around it and ask the same question over and over again, just with different wording, hoping that they'll trip these people up. But see, our people, we are highly intelligent beings. We see right through the BS. We have strong intuition. Okay, so we know how to play the same game that these people are playing. We know how to play it too. We know how to play it better. Okay, we playing chess over here. They playing checkers. They really thought that they had it in a bag. They thought that we was just going to remain in this docile, passive state, not learning about who we are, not going within, not understanding our power and our strength, no more. And they're finding that out right now. So yes, they're definitely trying to hide their hand. And they don't want the world to know. They do not want to take on the blame at this point. They're trying to avoid that at all costs, because if they do accept the blame, that would mean it's time to pay up. If they accept the blame, if they accept the truth, if they allow the truth to get out, if they allow, like I said, because see, the thing is, right now they have so-called control over the media. They think they do, but who really controls the media is me and you, because we determine if it has any, any following. All we have to do is withdraw and pull back, If Kyrie, like I said, if Kyrie and Ye decide to get together and create a platform where we could all, go and speak our truth and have the truth be heard and teach our children through those platforms, man, we'll run over there so doggone fast now because we're awakened. And so we just, what we need is someone like them who has the financial backing, and they have, the technology and the right sources to come together to put this together for us. We're going to put all of our support, our focus, our money into platforms that actually support the truth being brought forth. Okay. And so these people understand that. They know that, but they didn't want us to know that. They want us to keep on saying, well, they have all of the control. They have all of the power. They have all of the resources. Fact of the matter is, they don't have none of that crap without our energy, without our permission, without our focus being directed towards them. They have none of it without us, just like they cannot survive without us. Like I explained in another message, we absorb the energy of the sun. And so without the melanated man, woman, and child absorbing that energy of the sun, they get burnt out. If we didn't exist, they cannot exist. They have no permission to be on this earth if we are not here to help absorb that beautiful energy. But see, what's happening is the sun is shining brighter. Okay, we've had this massive shift that has taken place. And so we're absorbing that energy of the sunlight. We are working with the elements, working with nature. And what's happening is our DNA is awakening. Okay, our DNA is awakening, it's being activated. And so they are very fearful of that because they know that that opens up a whole library, generations and generations and lifetimes after lifetimes of knowledge, wisdom, and power that they wanted to suppress. And they thought that their little miniature swords was going to be able to do just that because they was trying to avoid this moment right here. But what they're finding out is that the Most High God, Mother and Father, wasn't going to let it happen for no more generations, and that our spiritual team, our holy angels, our ancestors of love and light, the entire spiritual team is coming together because we've been calling on them. We've been doing the work to heal ourselves. And so because of that, we've been found worthy to have that strong backing and that army come in and say, nope, the chosen seed, they're ready to build the new kingdom. They're ready to build a true foundation that is based on, people that are in alignment, people that want true judgment, true justice, and that's ready to execute from a space of authority, but also honor and integrity. And so they know that we're ready. We are ready to take our thrones back because we've done the work. And so collectively, we are now speaking out our truth. And so I don't care if you a celebrity. I don't care if you are an everyday person that doesn't necessarily have a high, ranking in terms of, being well known. It does not matter. Wherever you are, if you are a part of the body of the chosen, you're going to awaken. And there comes a time where you can't hold back. You can't no longer be in the space of wearing this illusion or walking through blindly as if you don't see the truth. No, transparency is everything. You shed all of that falsehood and you're going to come forward naked and, just fully who you are, unapologetically. And so this is what they're having to deal with, and they're having a hard time with that. So I'm going to look at one more message and then I'm going to close out, y'all. So let's see, what is the agenda right now of the powers that were? Okay, so this says, I'm being drawn to this message right here. Right here. This is on page 280. So it says, image, the thumb screw. Your enemy has secrets that he guards, thinks thoughts he will not reveal, but they come out in ways he cannot help. Oh my goodness. It is there somewhere, a groove of weakness on his head, at his heart, over his belly. Once you find the groove, put your thumb in it and turn him at will. Listen, y'all, this is clearly saying the enemy has secrets here. The enemy has secrets that he will guard these beings will guard with every fiber of their being. They will guard these secrets, and they will tell as many lies as they need to. They will cut off as many noses of statues and monuments as they need to. They will hide as many texts and scripts, manuscripts as they need to. They will bury it in tombs. They will do whatever it is they have to do to keep the truth from being brought forward. But the fact of the matter is, there's always a little crack or a crevice where you're able to gain access. And it says, let me see, it says, it is there somewhere a groove. Let me see, it is there somewhere a groove of weakness on his head, at his heart, or over his belly. So there is some sort of weakness. We have found that weakness. We understand what the weakness is now. We understand what's actually going to kill this beast. We understand now that the weakness was the beast needed our energy. Now that we see that very clearly, and we understand that the beast cannot survive without us giving it our spiritual strength, without us focusing in on being its supply anymore, we have found that crack. We have found that groove. We know exactly where to aim that knife and to get that beast on his doggone face. We know exactly what to do. And so this is saying here, the enemy wanted to guard these secrets with every fiber of its being, but we found that crack and that crevice in the matrix. And because we found it, and because we now stand on it, we now taking that knife and we jabbing it in that beast, and we're going to make sure that we put it to rest. It's over with, y'all. I'm feeling good about this message. I'm feeling good about this message because it verifies everything. I hope Kyrie see it. I hope Ye see it. I hope everybody who is in a position who knows who you are. I don't care who the heck you are. As long as you know you're a part of the body, you know you are chosen, you know that you are an organic being, you know that you are original to the land, you know that this is where you belong, you know that you're supposed to be standing on, being seated on your throne, standing in your power. You know who you are. I hope you receive this message, and I hope you hear it loud and clear, because it is our time now. It is our time. So for those of you that want to know what's going on with those karmics that's in your personal circle and how this is affecting them, y'all, they acting up, y'all. They out here acting the damn fool because they can't stand the fact that you have withdrawn from the beast, and that now either they going to put up or shut up. Either they going to do the work to heal themselves, or they going to get dragged down with Babylon. A lot of them are mad because they can't drag you down with Babylon too. They want to drag you to hell with them. Okay? But the fact of the matter is, we standing up, we saying no, we're not going back to sleep. We're withdrawing ourselves from the beast. We're pulling ourselves away from that narcissist supply. We are not going to keep on feeding that dark force anymore, right? We are operating from a space of light because we are light beings. I love that Kyrie came out and spoke his truth, and I hope that he comes forward and brings more messages because, like I said, he's full of wisdom. So I love you all. If you want a private reading, email me. And if you want my hair or body oils, email me. I love you all. Be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you all next time.